A long time ago, in a small village at the foot of a mountain, there lived a woodcutter. He was a lazy man. He hated working. He always found excuses to shirk his work. His wife was a hard-working woman. She would often chide her husband and say, "You are the laziest man I have ever seen. If you continue to live like this, we will become beggars." But he never listened to her. One day, his wife went to the market to sell their only cow so that they could buy some food. The woodcutter thought to himself, "I'll chop some wood so that I can make an axe handle for our cow so that it can pull the cart." But he chopped, and by evening he had made just one small axe handle. "How will I finish the rest of the handles?" he wondered. Just then, he saw an old, discarded axe nearby, and a wicked idea struck him. He picked up the axe and went to sleep. Next morning, he pretended to be very busy making axe handles and told his wife, "I'm making something important and it's not finished yet. You go to the market and sell our cow." His wife understood what he was doing and said, "Are you trying to fool me? Don't think I don't know what you're up to. You stay here and take care of the house." She went to the market without taking the cow. After a few days, she returned home with some flour, sugar, yeast, and other eatables. The woodcutter was very surprised. He asked her, "Why didn't you sell the cow?" "We needed money." She replied, "That's exactly why I didn't sell the cow. I bought all these things so that you can bake bread and earn some money." He was ashamed of himself. He realized that his laziness would take them to the dogs. So he decided to change. He started baking bread, and in no time he became the most successful baker in the village. People would come from neighboring villages to buy his bread. One day, a king came to the village. He too bought one of his famous loaves of bread. The king liked the bread so much that he invited the woodcutter to come and bake bread at his palace. The woodcutter refused, saying, "I'm a poor man. How can I bake bread for you? I don't even know how to reach the palace." The king said, "Don't worry about that. My men will show you the way." When the woodcutter reached the palace, he saw that the king was kneading the dough. The king asked him, "Do you know how to use this oven?" The woodcutter replied, "No, Your Majesty. I've always baked bread in my home oven." The king said, "Well, first teach me how to bake bread, and then I will teach you how to use this oven." The woodcutter thought, "What an opportunity. The king wants to learn from me." He was very happy and he taught the king how to bake bread. But when it was time to put the bread in the oven, the king got scared. He was afraid that the fire was too big and the flames were licking his bread. The woodcutter laughed and said, "Your Majesty, it's just a small oven. Look, I can easily put the bread in it." He took the bread and put it in the oven. The king asked him, "Are you sure it's safe? Can I get burnt?" The woodcutter said, "Of course not. Do you think I'm joking? Come on, let me show you." He took out the hot bread and gave it to the king. The king was very happy. The woodcutter baked lots of bread for the king and the royal family. Every day the king would give him expensive gifts, but the woodcutter refused to accept them. He only wanted money so that he could buy some flour and yeast and take the bread back to his village. The villagers would see the smoke coming from his oven and rush to his house to get some bread. They would give him money and he would distribute the bread among them. This is how he became the richest man in the village. Once a king saw the woodcutter distributing bread to the villagers and asked his servant, "Who is that man?" The servant replied, "He used to be a woodcutter, but now he is the richest man in the village. Also, he makes the best bread in the world." The king said, "I know the secret of his success. He doesn't waste his time. He uses his time wisely.